This War of Mine was created by 11-bit studios and released in November of 2014. It is an action survival game which is made in the style of a 2D side-scroller. The game's creation was inspired by the Siege of Sarajevo, which was happening from the April of 1992 to February of 1996 during the Bosnian War, and was the longest city siege since World War II.
Unlike most war-themed games, in this War of Mine you are in charge of a group of civilians who are simply trying to survive through the struggles of war. You have to not only manage the health and livelihood of your group of survivors, but also the rest of the groups who might try to siege during the nights. There are plenty of difficult choices you will have to make which can and will alter the ending. Depending on how you interact with NPCs in the environment, your characters could end up dying, therefore losing you the game. The only way to win is to survive long enough to get to the ceasefire, which happens at a different time every time you play the game.
At the beginning of the game, you will only have 3 characters in your group. Each character has a specific skill set that can make your life much easier. For example, you can get Marin, whose specialization is Handyman, which helps to build and create things using fewer resources. The resources that you saved can play a crucial role, especially during the winter when tons of fuel are needed to keep your group from freezing to death. First thing you might want to build in this War of Mine is the radio. It is the only connection to the outside world you will have until the ceasefire, and it provides the essential information for survival: the weather, what's happening on the streets, and even the possible time of ceasefire. I will say that one of the more distinct mechanics in this War of Mine is the choices you have to make and the consequences of these choices. Your characters care not only about whether they will survive through the siege, but also how they will survive. Will you help 2 little kids who come to your doorstep asking for medicine for their mother, or will you send them away? Sometimes you might not even have a choice, as you will simply not have any medicine. Whatever choice you make, you will face the aftermath. If you choose the ethical and positive option, it can boost the mood of your character, and in some rare cases you might even be rewarded for the help you provided. On contrary, if you choose to be selfish, or kill everyone you see, your characters can get depressed and even commit suicide.
The music which plays in the background at the start of each day creates quite a depressing atmosphere. It is also the time when you find out whether you got raided the previous night and what injuries or illnesses your characters got, which can add on to the feeling of despair. The fact that the game is mainly made in the shades of gray does not help the case. With only a rare orange to represent fire, this absence of colors further sets the sadness and grief of the presented war. Every decision you make, your characters will have a say on, whether it is helping a stranger or killing one. When you open a character's bio, you are able to read what they are thinking about the situation and sense their emotions more closely. We believe that these features altogether help to put the player into the character's own shoes and experience the game on a much deeper level. Overall, we very much appreciate and were intrigued by playing this War of Mine. This game keeps players on their heels and really makes one feel what a real war is like. It is also a very thrilling game because the player has no idea when the ceasefire will occur. In the end, we give this War of Mine a 9 out of 10 for its unconventional concept and unpredictability. We recommend this game for anyone who is looking for a unique gaming experience.